Okay guys, today's video is on Yieldmax and how to deal with NAV erosion, particularly on their ex-dividend dates. Okay, and we're going to talk about TSLY and CONY because we just did a video on them yesterday, so it's pertinent for today's video. Okay, can you guys see me in the live chat right now? Can you see my video? Is it working? It's all working? Okay, so this is my first time around, guys, doing this live format. Okay, it's very exciting. All right. But I also need to make sure that we keep this video on point and flowing just like my other videos. Nice. Thank you, Daniel. I can see your comment. Yeah, I mean, Daniel, or yeah, that's Daniel. Yeah. Daniel, yeah, this is all really cool stuff. I'm so glad that we're all doing this. Yeah, Golden Killer, you can see me. It's so fun. I've been waiting to do this for so long. Okay, bad echo. Okay, I'll work on that with my mic. I have a mic. I have a mic. If I talk closer, does that help you? Yeah, I'll work on that with them. I have that and I'll Bluetooth that, but I'm trying to figure out how to sync up the Bluetooth with the software. So it's kind of tricky. Also, I have a dual screen monitor here where I can watch all my other notes, but I have to hook it up with OBS and there's so many things that I have to integrate, for you guys to make it perfect, but for now, I think you're still going to get the gist of it, okay? You get to see all of the details on my screen and I can respond to you. Yeah, you're welcome, Saver, of course. Thank you, Patty. Yeah, that's my mom. Thank you, Mom. Mark, nice. Okay, all you guys. Okay, if I'm missing a name here, know that all you guys are like my extended family. Hey, uh, yes, it is Anthony Fidelity. Uh, This is just overwhelming. Okay, I can't keep going through the comments, guys. Okay, so if you have a question, leave them in the comment. I'll try to get that. If I can't answer it now, we'll get it afterwards on Discord. Okay, you can clarify any questions you have there. Okay. All right. Good deal, Chuck. So we'll start with this, Chuck. Okay. Oh, Echo's gone. Nice, Sean. I hope I'm saying it. Shoom. Okay. I hope I'm saying that right. Okay. So again, we're doing this right, as long as you can understand. Okay. So we're doing this format again because it's too hard to edit everything on YouTube, okay, and send it out at the right time, especially when I'm feeling the moment. Like today, we're up $3,500, which, as you know, I don't ever care about this kind of stuff. I only care about the percentages. So if we're at 0.55%, then that means index wise, if we look up here at the top, the Dow's at 0.34, the Nasdaq's at 0.66, and the S&P's at 0.64. So we're right in line with the indexes. We're at 0.55, so we're in the middle of those. That's all that matters to me, okay? So if we go to performance value, you'll see that we're still in line with the indexes. We got our dividends from Defiance today, so that put my brokerage account up to 3.7%, which, yesterday we were at about 1.8. So that for me was helpful when I got the Defiance dividends, and I think we're going to catch up to the S&P and Nasdaq soon. All right, but I'm waiting for a bigger dip in the market. Okay, because people ask, all right, why don't I drip the dividends for yield max funds? Okay, so this is how I deal with the erosion. First of all, you can see my account. We had our ex-dividend dates here, and it didn't really even budge the account. Okay, if you go to something like TSLY, yeah, we're already down in that, so that's nothing new to us. And so that dropped TSLY some, it dropped CONY, I'm sure. But if you go to a chart of, let's say, Microsoft, and you look at this ex-dividend date drop, okay, because the ex-dividend date is on the 7th, and today was the 7th. So you see this little drop here, right here, okay, where I'm highlighting my mouse, versus Microsoft is making new highs. All right, so their erosion in MSFO isn't that bad because it's not very volatile. It's a large cap and it moves steady. So that's why I think we didn't feel the heat there. And then for TSLA and CONY, we didn't feel that drop off either because we sold half of our positions yesterday. And then we reallocated those funds into IWMY because that's the small caps for basically for my OARC exposure and CONY exposure and Bitcoin, small caps, risk on. And we added to YMAG because TSLA is in YMAX. So that's how I'm getting that lost exposure from selling half of TSLA, half of CONY. I got it back with YMAG and IWMY. So that's how I was able to keep my income the same and keep my performance relatively the same. Okay, if you have any questions so far, just let me know. Okay, I'm pulling up the chat whenever I can. Again, when I get this in my dual screens going, I have two monitors and then I'll be watching the chat on my other monitor, but something is going wrong with my connection to the other monitor today. Okay, so am I dripping Yieldmax today? No, because look at a chart of the S&P. All right, if we go to the S&P SPY, you'll see that um, we're at all-time highs. Okay, I also have my E-Trade Pro software here. You can see, look, SPY. We've made it to new highs. The highs here of 456. Now we surpassed that around this level here. Okay, and we made it to new highs. And look at the RSI. We're overbought here. Okay, if you need help understanding technicals, that's in my Volume 2 e-guide, which all of you guys know if you buy my e-guides. So we're getting overbought on the RSI. And I saw this pullback right here to the old highs, okay? This old high region right here. I saw this pullback to the 20-day. That's that blue line that you can see here with my mouse. And once we tagged that and moved higher, you knew that this market was going higher. This is just a breakout. So people saying this is the top of the market and they're scared. I'm thinking this is just a new breakout, but I'm not getting excited about it because we're at all-time highs and we're overbought. So that's why I'm not dripping Yieldmax funds today, because we need to wait for a bigger market dip. Yieldmax funds can drop by the amount of the stocks, which can drop bigger than the indexes. Everything I do here is an indexed approach. So Cornerstone is our biggest index holding, and Cornerstone is a 4-star fund. So that's why I have it in my account, and obviously it beats the S&P over the last 10 years. Why did the chart change for Cornerstone? If any of you guys wonder, because they factored in a new year of earning, a new year of performance. So after 10 years, then on the 11th year, that changes and skews the chart. Are these videos going to be saved on your channel for those who miss it? They'll be saved in my Discord chat room. For all the people who buy my e-guides, they get access to it there. And then, yes, I'll upload to YouTube eventually, but not right away, because this is the big service I've been waiting to offer, and I think it has a lot of value, because on days like today when we're flat, there's nothing much to see. But when we get a big market crash or the rights offering announcement in Cornerstone, or even if I'm just making a simple options trade or something like that, that's where I think the value of the service is. And I've been wanting to show you guys all the ins and outs of what I do, but I can't record live on Discord. Okay, on Discord, you can only stream up to 50 people at a time. So that was the big aha moment for me, why I had to go live on YouTube. Because again, Discord, you can only do up to 50 people. How am I going to do the rights offering with you guys if it only streams up to 50 people in Discord? So I went with YouTube, so I can get everyone involved. So YouTube was, yeah, really important for me for that one issue with streaming with Discord, and because of the spam issue with Discord. I never direct message you in Discord. There's a guy going around selling stock services in my Discord chat. It's really annoying. Okay, there's an imposter going around in many of the Discord servers that I've been seeing, and so that is not me. I'm only selling my e-guides, which you guys are familiar with, and now this new live trading service. And it's not trading, okay? I'm not trying to use this for trading every day. Today I'm not trading. Today is just a flat day, and I'm giving you a free complimentary welcome to how this whole process works. But normally, I'm going to, save the streams, these live streams, for when I'm doing bigger things in the market, even if I'm making multiple trades in a day. Good morning, Isaac. Yeah, I'm doing well, thanks. I saw your comment on the last video. Sorry I didn't respond to that, but it's good to see you here. You're after the options trade? Okay, okay. Well, if you have a question, Gianni, let me know. Okay. One of the options trades I did yesterday was I sold a put on Bitcoin. So Bitcoin has fallen significantly, and I sold my CONY. And to get back my lost CONY performance, I sold another put on Riot. Okay, so Riot, we have a $20 assignment, so $20 strike, but I got $10, almost $11, 10.85. So do 20 minus 11, that's about a $9 cost basis. So I lowered my risk by doing that, and I received $2,000 approximately, because there's two contracts. But yes, those are old. Yesterday I did the Riot. I re-rolled it, so I did a $10 strike here for $5, $465. So that lowered my cost basis to around, $5 and change. So I have 50% downside protection, and I got $500 roughly, which lowered my margin by $500. And by the way, my margin was around 150 yesterday. Okay. But we got our Defiance dividends in today, which are about 8,000. Okay. So that's why my account is still up and my performance is up. And I already said that at the beginning of the video. Okay. Let me see if there's anything else in the live chat. Gianni, would love to know your approach to buying options for premiums. Okay. Okay. All right. So did you see how I did that, Johnny? I simply sold. Okay, you want me to walk you through one really quick, just while we're here? I can do another one on Mara because I've been wanting to roll that one too. I just don't want to have too much exposure to Bitcoin at one time. I like to buy in wide gaps so I can manage my risk that way. But all I do is do Mara, put, sell open, okay, sell open, market, and then I take a year, I go all the way out to the furthest out possible because that gives you more premiums. I'm always a fan of Bitcoin. I don't care if it's this year, next year, wherever. So if I did a $20 strike minus the 1100 that I receive, my cost basis would be around $9, and we're at 17 in Mara. So I'll go ahead and do that now because it's really nothing to me. Sell open, preview, place. Okay, if I lose, I collect the premiums. Okay, I only have on 20 strike price. That's 2,000 exposed minus a thousand that I gained. So I'm only going to be exposed to about $900 of risk, and the thing would have to go to zero to lose 900, and it won't. So I'm okay with, even if I fell 50% in this. So I'll go ahead and place it because Bitcoin's cheap, and it's pulled back from the highs recently. So that's something that I just did for you right then and there. I don't think it was an excessive risk that I just took for you. Okay, just because I'm live and I'm making these trades, I don't think that that was excessive at all. You saw my cost basis. Okay, so Riot, the cost basis there from yesterday was around $5, and Mara, you see that I just did another put on Mara. Here it is, so $20 at minus 11. Okay, so around $9 cost basis, and so I got more premiums here as you can see 10.4 and then here 11. So by waiting for a bigger dip in the market, you get more premiums when you sell, and that's how I got a higher premium. And then that lowered my margin there, as you can see, by about 1,000. You see that? You see my margin level right here. So the premiums I just received and Mara just knocked down my margin. So I can go invest this money now elsewhere, but I'm not buying anything right now because the market is still high. Okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah. FW. I'm excited about the lives too. Yeah. Noel, I appreciate you as well. Always appreciate you, Noel. Would love to know your approach buying options for premium. Be more trader. Yep. Did that help you just then? Be more. What I just did for Riot and Mara. If you usually recommend buying D's and Y's on margin, don't you have to pay back your debt from those dividends? How do you get your income then? If you usually recommend buying D's and Y's on margin, don't you have to pay back your debt from those dividends? Sure, sure. How do you get your income then? Well, my income is always here. My income is always in the estimated income tab. The banks see this regardless. Even if my margin gets paid down, my income stays high. And this is how I qualify to bench for loans. Okay, even if I don't have a job, these dividends qualify, but not trading gains, as I always say in my prior videos. Did that help? Did that answer your question? Okay, another upvote for options trading strategy, specifically how you protect your main investments on the downside. Leaps. Okay. Well, I sell leaps to go on offense, Denali, but I buy puts to go on defense. And right now, I re-rolled my put for next month. If you're interested in that, are you interested, Denali, in my put protection strategies or my long option strategies with leaps? Let me know that. Clarify that. Tommy, if you usually recommend buying D's and Y's, okay, yeah. So did that answer your question, Tommy? All right. How do you get your income then? I keep getting the income and I pay down my margin debt with my dividends. Okay. Let me do a quick check here on the live screen just to make sure everything is going well. Let me try to find this whole. Let me ask: is it everything looking good on your end? Okay. All right. I don't look too crazy or anything like that. Okay. So, okay. All right. All right. Now what else is in my topic today? Oh, so we got our Defiance divs. Yeah. And by the way, one thing to keep in mind for all you newcomers here at this channel, maintenance is how I live the fire lifestyle. Now we're at 210 available for withdrawal. Okay. 210. That means that on a $500,000 account, I can withstand over 20% corrections in the market and not even receive a margin call, not even be close. What's 500,000? What's 10%? 50, 20%, 100. I mean, you'd have to go into a 40% crash just to reach 200, and I'd still be plus 11,000 for withdrawal, and I could withdraw out of my account on top of that. when you go to, let's say, since we're doing yield max today, when you go to a Coney, for example, look at the maintenance tab on Coney. Okay, you can see it right here, view margin maintenance requirement, 50%. So for every 100,000 I put into these funds, 50,000 of my equity is taken up. And if you need help understanding maintenance, that's in my volume 3 margin e-guide. Keep in mind that all these yield max funds are 50% maintenance at E-Trade. But if you leave E-Trade to go for another broker with lower maintenance, then beware of the special drip that they might not have for Cornerstone. Cornerstone is a 4-star fund, like I've showed you already, and it has a special 21% dividend that drips that dividend down at the NAV every month for free money. So this is how I get my growth, is through growth and income is through Cornerstone. Defiance is where I get my pure income, and Yieldmax is where I get my income plus trading gains. You have to trade around Yieldmax, but be aware of maintenance for Yieldmax and Defiance. They're both 50% maintenance. Okay, so that's how you live the fire lifestyle. You keep your maintenance levels low, so you keep your available withdrawal high. Okay, even if you're not using maintenance, as I always say, you got to keep your available. Even if you're not using margin, as I always say, you have to keep your available withdrawal high by going with low maintenance. That way, you can withdraw out of your account. Because even though I'm in 140,000 in debt, I can withdraw anytime. But if you don't use margin, you still want to be able to withdraw out of your account to live freely from your 9 to 5. So you need to watch your maintenance levels at all time. And if you go at all times, and if you go to another broker, just make sure they have the special drip for Cornerstone. All right. Uh, okay. Yes. Welcome, Casey. Now, okay. What about buying China ETF or Yieldmax since they are going down right now? Okay. Uh, hey, Pajama Mama. So the Chinese ETF, I feel like I always have to have exposure to CLIP because China is an important part of the global economy. It's one of the largest economies out there. So I just own CLIP. Yesterday we are up in CLIP, even though it was a down day for our other funds. So diversification helped me there. Yeah, China's going, down the drain, it seems like. But when things are bad, that's when you buy. But I'm not necessarily buying for that reason. I'm just collecting the dividends. A 50% dividend and clip means that if I hold it for 2 years, I cash flow 67%. So I think we're already getting close, almost close to cash flowing clip. All right, so that's how I'm dealing with clip. I'm just letting the dividends cash flow at Pajama Mama. Thank you, Pajama Mama. I appreciate that. Let's see, Aiken. Yep. Let's go. Ultimate House. Okay. Saber. Yeah. Oh, you have Robinhood. They don't have Cornerstone. That's right. But they have really low maintenance, so that's an advantage. Do you have an option strategy to hedge CLM? I don't use options to hedge Fidelity, but I use a boxing method, which we'll go over in the next video if y'all are interested. I think hedging with SPY options is an interesting way to do it. That's what I do, but they decay. They have a lot of setbacks uh, when you're trying to actually protect with Cornerstone. They might not even follow Cornerstone, but if you short Cornerstone, that could actually be a better way to protect your whole portfolio because if the market falls, then Cornerstone falls in general. But if the market goes up, sometimes Cornerstone has a mind of its own, but generally they all follow each other's patterns. So I actually prefer shorting through Cornerstone. I mean, yes, I have this short on right here, this NASDAQ short, just in case things, go south, and that'll clean up in the event of a market crash. But I don't even need that short, and that's just for a black swan type of event. But for Cornerstone, if I was really trying to hedge the whole market, I would just hedge Cornerstone because it's my whole portfolio, and Cornerstone is the market. Okay, so let's see if I have any other questions that I need to answer. Your D's and Y's purchased most your D's and Y's are purchased mostly in cash then? No, I have no cash. I'll use my equity, Tommy. What is the best ETF similar to Cornerstone? Oh man, I don't think there's anything close to Cornerstone, Saber. If there was, I'd be in it. JetQ, JetB, those are close, but they don't have nearly the dividend. And also, I think you can get higher premiums in Cornerstone when you have a good year. We were up 50% in Cornerstone during 2021 without the dividend, without the special drips. Denali, when you're using your brokerage dividend statements to qualify for a loan, what sort of time frame do lenders look for? Okay, in my experience, and he says, how does volatility month to month impact their perspective? In my experience, you need 2 years of qualifying income for a house, 2 years to average at 50K for a $300,000 house. This place right here, I needed 2 years to average on that. How does volatility month to month affect their perspective? If your dividends fluctuate a lot, that's going to affect them. But if generally you have the same earnings each year, that should be pretty consistent to them. Okay, Isaac, since I started watching videos, trying myself to index, I've noticed that I've been doing so much better. That's right. Indexing is the key, Isaac. I offset the high yield stocks and ETFs with low yield ETFs and stocks. Excellent, Isaac. I agree. Can you explain the backside of the Mara leap you just mentioned? What happens at the end of the leap? Do you buy? Do you leave it? Do you leave to buy it someday? RC. Um, if I can understand your question correctly, this is what I do with the puts, okay? I'll either let the time go by and then I'll close them at the end of that time. But normally, I don't have to do that. I wait for them to go up. Let's say a riot. Okay, if we actually end up going up, I can close it before January 2026 and take most of the profit. You know, it'll probably be up around, I can get it to $400 and say I won't claim the whole 465, but I'll get about 400. Once I'm made whole in most of my position, I go ahead and close it and re-roll it again for a later year. I hope that makes sense. Um, RC, does that make sense, RC? All right. Um, hey, Michael, good to see you. Yeah, Isaac, Chris. For example, I got JPY that I got 3 times. Yep, that's the best way to maximize your account, Isaac. I agree. Fidelity automatically drips at NAB when you turn on drip. That's right, and I think E-Trade does it automatically too. Golden Killer. Um, yeah, without calling. Right, right. So if I miss anyone's questions in here, please rewrite the question. Okay. Yeah, FW, I'm glad to see you in here too. I'm doing lives now because I just couldn't do them on Discord. It was impossible. And when I do videos on YouTube, I have to edit it and make it later, and it takes a while to upload and edit and get through. And after the feeling is gone, then you get the video, the uploaded video, and I just cannot stand that. Um, so okay, everything good there. All right, good. Okay, so all right, now if you don't have any other questions, I'm gonna go ahead and close the video soon because I think I've touched on all the points. Okay, first, okay, we got our right. E-Trade does have that automatic drip. All right, so we got our dividends from Defiance today that helped increase our performance, as I was showing you. Okay, hang on, Vanilla Man, I'll get to you. So that helped increase our performance. All right, back to being in line with the indexes. And then as far as the ex-dividend date drops for Yieldmax, it didn't really affect our account much because we don't have much in-stock exposure. Okay, if you look at our stocks again, we keep them all at about 1,500, kind of like what Isaac was saying. Okay, small amounts in the stocks. Okay, this is what I've always been telling you guys. Small amounts in the stocks, small amount in the stocks. See in this column right here, small amounts. The bigger the position, the more steady the stock is, or the larger the dividend is to compensate me for that risk. And then I put all my focus on the indexes because those don't fall by as much as the stocks. Okay. So Vanilla Man, hello, I'm ready. I'm interested in your approach. I like that you show your portfolio. Could you show your account P&L multi-year graph to show profitability? Yeah, I used to show the P&L multi-year graph. Like I used to show my you won't really see profitability because I take a lot of losses, but I used to show my performance over the last 3 years. And now my performance is skewed because, again, it's just like the cornerstone performance. Okay, it's skewed as well because you factor in another year on top of the 10 years, and in my case, 3 years, and it changes it and it makes it look like a different picture than what it really is. So I'm scared to show people the cornerstone performance or mine on a 3 year basis because it's all skewed right now. We need more time this year to fill up that back testing or that back data. Okay, I hope that made sense to you guys. Um, but when my performance starts getting more in line with the year, like when we get a few more months under our belt this year, Vanilla Man, I'll start showing my full 3 year performances again. Okay, RC, got it. Close. So that means you don't have to buy it someday, which answers my question. No, yeah, you don't have to buy it. Only if they assign you when it goes lower. And if they do assign you when it goes lower, that's a chance to really go long on the upside because you want to get assigned to make a killing on the longs. They can make a lot more in capital gains for you than you can in your own dividends or premiums. Okay, Evan, what's your thought on bond funds rebounding this year? I'm feeling bullish on PTY and GOF, but I'd love to hear your thoughts. I love PTY. I love GOF. Okay, PTY, 5-star fund. It used to be. It might be lower now. And GOF is also a 5-star fund. Okay, PTY is still 5 stars. Okay, but if you look at what it made over the last 10 years, it really wasn't much. Now, again, this is one of those skewed things because I saw a much better chart last year when I was looking at PTY. So that's not really indicative of its performance. My answer to you would be that I like bonds, okay? but they are closed-end funds a lot of times. And closed-end funds have a mind of their own. Last year during October, we had that terrible month with all closed-end funds being down. So I got away from bonds just because a lot of them were closed-ended. So I keep Cornerstone as my largest closed-end fund. All right, and instead of using bonds for, let's say, a dovish Fed where we're going to be lowering interest rates, so that's good for bonds. Well, that's also good for tech and growth. So I'm just focusing my money in tech and growth versus bonds because, again, many of the bonds that you buy in closed-end funds with higher yields are closed-end funds. They have a mind of their own. The ETFs with bonds, they don't have as high of yields to compensate me for my time. So I hope that answers your question. Okay, I love PTY, I love Gove, but I have bigger fish to fry with these other dividend funds now, and I'm using the dovish interest rate environment to go with growth instead of bonds and get away from closed-end fund exposure at the same time. Okay, no question, just comments. I think YouTube Live is the right format around U.S. market open. Yeah, I'll do the market opens too, Denali, but I'm just waiting for everyone to get more involved. I don't want people to miss out, in the morning. Most of the people in my Discord chat are older, they're retired. A lot of them are extremely successful, big time business owners. It's a lot better Discord than other Discords, I think. And I want them to be able to get on too. So I'm trying to get a consensus of what everyone's best time would be. Okay, also a video dedicated to leaps would be great. Yeah, definitely, Denali. I will do that. I hope that some of what I said about the leaps today with Riot made sense. Hey, Nalo, I hope I'm saying that right. Aloha. Yeah, can you sell puts when price goes down? Yes, it's even better to sell puts when the prices go down. Okay, you capitalize on more premium that way. Okay, uh, I will. Thank you, Mina. Thank you for the nice compliment there. I'm gonna try to keep up the good work. Shum, a few months ago, Todd's account was 429, and now it's at 508. That's performance. Yeah, but a lot of that, guys, you gotta know. Shum, okay, you gotta know. I also trade for my parents. Okay, so I trade for my mom. I trade for my dad. They give me bonuses. I also have some YouTube money. It's not much, but that's how I'm growing my account as well. I'm bringing outside money from managing my parents' accounts. Okay, that's one thing that I do. Okay, like for Christmas, I told you we got a bonus. So that's one way I'm adding in money. But when you add in money, it does not affect your performance. In fact, it hurts your performance because if you put in more money in your account and then you try to grow your account, you cannot move this needle fast enough. Now, I still got good performance. Okay, you know, Shum, yeah, I still got good performance last year. We still beat the market in 2023. So the performance is all good. But as far as growing my account with dollars, I would look more at my performance, not the dollars, because I might be bringing in outside money or I might be spending outside money. So I would look at the performance, not the dollars. Okay, October was a great buying opportunity. Yes, it was, Daniel. We're in that Discord chat room trading side by side with everyone. Okay, and it was really intense. But the hardest part about that was having to type to everyone in Discord, whereas now I can just talk. It's so much better. This is so much more freeing. This is an amazing experience. I hope you're liking it too. All right. I'm glad I answered your question, Evan. Okay. For small portfolios like 20K, Ben, would you still buy puts to hedge? No, I would not. Can you provide us a guide for scaling put positions to hedge based on your portfolio size? Well, I'll just explain briefly, Ben, that a put is usually around $400 a strike. Because SPY is between 400 to 500 a strike. So that means if you add it times 100 shares, like do that, and then for every one contract you buy of the S&P, it's like having 40,000 or 40 to 50,000, wherever the S&P price is. It's like having 40 or 50,000 of SPY short exposure. So one contract should be enough, in the event of a huge crash, okay, to protect your account up to 40,000 or so. And that's assuming if you pick the right strike prices and the right time frame, which we'll go over in the next video, okay? Um, Explain how can we purchase your live service like this? Okay, to purchase this service, Nala, I think you just go below my video and hit join. All right. I can also send you a link afterwards. Okay, I can send a link. Uh, you know, through my Discord, I've sent plenty of links there, and I'll send a link in the comment section after this video. Um, I could do it now, but I'm not sure where to go. But yeah, you just click the join button underneath most of my videos. If it's not on one video, then it'll be on another video. Vanilla Man, thanks. I get that. You cannot judge the SPY based on the past 2 years. get to look at the last 15. I will soon need to create a well-diversified portfolio that generates income. Yeah, I agree, Vanilla. I agree. It's the best way to go, I think, in life. Question? Show me something. What, oh, what? How much time do we have going? Oh, we're at 30 minutes, guys. Okay, I don't know if this video is going too long in the tooth, guys, but uh, I hope I'm not, talking your ears off. All right, so I think, yeah, yeah. Welcome, Nina. So I think that this will do it for the video. Okay, guys, if you have any more questions before I leave, I'll look in the chat here. I'll wait. Okay, I'll wait about 60 seconds or so. I'll just wrap it up right now. And I'll just say, yes, we're not really affected by the ex-dividend date drops in Yieldmax because we're mostly in the stocks in small amounts, not in the indexes. Like Yieldmax doesn't really have an index. Now they do have YMAG and YMAX. I keep a small amount of YMAX because that's really volatile, and I keep more in YMAG because that's the top, you know, weighted sector of the S&P, tech. So I don't mind having that, and it didn't really decay much for us today. And I don't think they had a dividend yet. That's why it didn't decay for us. Thank you, Noel. I appreciate that compliment. Thank you, Isaac. I appreciate that as well. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You definitely will see me again soon. So yeah, it didn't affect us because we're more in the indexes and a heavier weighted approach, not in the stocks. Okay, that's why the yield max erosion didn't hurt us today. And I'm not dripping today. I'm waiting for a bigger market dip because as I showed you by that chart with the S&P, we're at the highs here. Okay, so I'm not trying to do any buying. We're overbought there. Okay, if you need help doing what I'm doing, email me for my e-guides at aketai48@gmail.com. When you buy my e-guide, you get free access to the Discord chat room for life and my phone number for life. So keep that in mind. But the phone number is only until 1,000 members is reached in Discord. Also keep that in mind. And then when we do more videos on YouTube, I'm going to do it in this live approach so I can be free. And also it helps me get the information out to Discord much faster, much more efficiently. Yeah, you're welcome, Gary. You're welcome, Evan. Yeah, Isaac, Noel, everyone, you're welcome. All right, I love doing this. You talk about the drop in Yieldmax dividend date, but the same thing happens in Defiance funds. Yes, yes. Same thing happens there, and I wait for Defiance funds to buy those same dips. I do not drip Defiance funds unless the market is cheap. RC, thanks, Todd. Great experience. Yep, yep. We'll do that in another video. Um, how does a drip work with CLM and CRF? You got here. Every month they give the dividends, and then it just automatically reinvests down at the NAV. It's just automatic. Okay, we'll do another video on how the drip actually works in this live section. Great. I'm glad you liked the Florida. Hey, good to see you, Florida. I was hoping that you would show up, all you guys, but yeah, anytime, Ben. All right, so I guess I'm going to end it. I really don't want to end it because I love being with you guys. You guys are, again, like my extended family. Okay, so I really don't want to end this, but you're welcome, Jamar. Yeah, but if you want more of these, again, you hit join in the little button below my video. Thank you guys. All right. And if you have any more questions, you can email me or reach out to me in the Discord chat. All right. If you have any more questions, again, reach out to me or click like or subscribe on the video if you like that. And I got to find my stop button. Okay. And I'll talk to you soon, guys. Thanks. Oh, Vanilla Man, I've been struggling studying markets. I'll be in touch. Yeah. Well,